Earth's magnetic field is weakening, and the poles may reverse. And when the Earth's magnetic field weakens, it's a pole reversal could likely occur. Are you ready? And I knew I had to do a video this morning, and I ended up on pole reversal, the magnetic pole reversal. And you could think about the Nibiru thing, the Planet X, a system coming in this area causing a disruption, you all. Let me see this. I'm going to write a little bit more in here. Planet X. Let's do the Planet X. Planet X. Nibiru, there's lots of things that are happening. There really is a lot of theories out there. Planet X. Nibiru. You can say you can got a cataclysm occurring. Cataclysm. C-A-T-A-L. Cataclysms. I got to get this cursor out of the way. I'm writing this down. A pole reversal, magnetic field weakening. It's nice to see you all. It really is. I was so tired last night. I thought I'm going to do a video. No, I was not going to do a video at all. I wasn't, you all. And, yeah. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, you all. I can fix myself up to come on here, and that's exactly what I did. And, well, just sprayed hairspray on my hair. That's right, you all. Pole reversal and good morning. So we are going to look into this because there is something going on, something major occurring on this earth. There's been too many studies done, too many debunkings trying to go on to stop people in their tracks for talking about things. Hello, Susan B. Hadney. Good morning, you all. We know that something's not right, and sometimes it feels like we're in another totally different universe, a parallel world where we got some strange things going on, people acting strange. That's right. Did California have an earthquake at 6.3, Tanya, honey? So, yeah, you pole reversal, magnetic field weakening, and there red skies, methane coming up. Lots of webcams around volcanoes are down. They're not updating them, you all. These are live webcams that we're talking about. Nothing's being updated. I shouldn't say nothing. Some things are being updated and allowing you to view it, but certain cameras in certain areas, live streams, they're offline and they're not going back online. Yeah. Good morning. So you just had a 6.4 earthquake in California. So this Earth's magnetic field is weakening and the poles may reverse. You know where I found this this thumbnail right here? I found it on Catholic.org. Catholic.org. What? Where's the news at in all of this? I'm sure the news is not reporting stuff like this at all. No, we got a big circus going on as a distraction. And I was thinking about that. It's nothing but a circus, and I don't like circuses. So I like to talk about science. I would like to talk about the real world, you all. We can do it. Boom. We are doing it, you all. So let's look at that earthquake. You said there was an earthquake in earthquake. Gina can pull. I'm going to pull up the earthquake really fast because something's happening. There really is. Let's go to earthquake 3D. Right here, you all. I think we're on the screen. Let's see. Let's get this one right here. Boom. We got an earthquake. Why aren't they showing it? When did this earthquake occur, you all? That's what I want to know. Did you say it occurred in California? Let's do this. I want to see if there's any larger. What's going on? I see a 4.9. I see a 6.3. 6.3. We can see the 6.3 right here. When did the 6.3 occur, you all? Let me pull over here because we're going to look at this really fast because this might have something to do. Well, actually, there's a lot of things that tie together with like a reversal that could be coming. And I think one is probably coming because they would not, I don't think they do studies on it if they didn't think there was a chance of it. Yeah, let's do this. See how long ago it said it was a day. it's probably, it looks like it was today or yesterday. Does someone have it? Yes. Temple of Divine. What was pretty scary? You got something that was, you screamed loud. You thought it was the big one. Wow. So you think there's something on the news about that? Because we're talking about the pole reversal, earthquake in California. Are they reporting it, you all? We can look at it. Yes, we can. Okay, it's last night. You can see 6.4 magnitude earthquake hits Northern California. You thought it was the big one. Earthquake rocks the Northern California, leaving tens of thousands. And there's outages. Outages, you all. We gotta update this thumbnail over here. Earthquakes. The big one. California. Yeah, we can do this. If we just put all this information in here, you all, let's look at this. Let's just look at this one thing today, just so we can do it. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake rocks Northern California, leaving tens of thousands without power. Good morning. You have no power. Oh, Temple of Divine. I hope you have a way to charge your cell phone so it doesn't go completely out. Y'all, let's look at this. Oh my gosh. Let me come over here and turn on the sound for this audio. You all, you've seen a brief disruption of this, but I want to get an audio capture for when we play this video right here. Let's look at it. That was a big one. The power is now off in Fernandina House. Oh, wow. That's what happened. It knocked her stuff over. Let's see if there's any other ones. Let's see this, you all. So we got this. We're over here on the CBS News. Of course, they got the Twitter feeds. So let's see what happened. I don't even know where. No, I'm not going there. It's taken too long. We can see this right here, the things that happened. You look at the ground buckled up, you all. This ground has buckled up in California. So during a pole reversal, it's going to affect the earth, right? It is. People are going to see it. Look, it came just days after a small 3.6. Well, now we got a reversal. It's a 6.3. Struck San Francisco Bay, waking people up at 3:39 a.m. All right, so that's all they got on that, you all. They don't give no very much news. The less the news, the better, I guess they think that, you all. So what happened? Now they say it is 6.4. Thousands of outages. It's the same story repeated. No tsunami expected at 6.4, 14 miles from Fortuna. Earthquake across it. You all, let's see what he had to say.
Local time.
Let's see.
Giving around some breaking news out of Northern California this morning. A strong earthquake rattling people out of bed there in the middle of the night. The 6.4 magnitude quake hitting just after 2:30 a.m. local time. The epicenter, as you can see here, just off the coast, about 8 miles west of Ferndale, California. Some video on social media shows shelves and furniture falling to the ground there. So far, we're keeping around some breaking news out of Northern California.
Okay, that was the breaking news out of Northern California. You all, I'm sorry, I just earthquake of California. We're talking about a pole reversal, and is this associated with it? Is what we're talking about. Today's earthquake. You can see the headlines. Today's earthquakes in California. See, there's some other ones too. Look, earthquake warning. California is the country's first publicly available statewide warning system that could give California residents crucial seconds. Did you get any seconds? The Temple of the Divine. Did y'all get any seconds? Because that's what they said. They could give you some crucial seconds to take cover before you feel the shaking, managed by the governor's office. So did their earthquake warning working for you? Temple of the Divine Truth? That's what we need to know, because they got this going on. They do. Oh, no, that's not nice. That was a strike. Ain't no fooling me, King Hazy. Now, you might be onto something right there. You know those Martians have those heat ray guns, and I'm sure if they got a heat ray gun, they got some other technology that can, like, boom, let's put a crack right there. Boom, Yes, those Martians, you are. We got to talk about the aliens. We'll just blame it on the aliens, okay? That's a safe place because really this technology came from somewhere. It really did. Look at this. So look at this. So 2 days ago, the last earthquake in California occurred 1 hour and 2 minutes ago. Minor magnitude 1.2 earthquake. So let's see the volcano discovery right here. In the last, are we on December the 20th? Is my stepdad's birthday today. Yeah. So latest quakes in near California, USA in the past, whatever. And you know, we got the earthquake map. We got an earthquake map right there. And then we got this right here also. You will just see the 2.5 that just now occurred in California. Just now happened right there. And if we were to pull all these down, you can see that if we do all these days right here, this has got a lot of earthquakes that has happened. And I'm not one. Oh, look, we got the plate tectonics in action right here. Plate tectonics going on. So we can see what's down here is 5.7. Remember when we saw those one yellow bars or stuff that was Google Earth or NOAA? One showed up here. And one showed up here. I haven't went there lately. I have not. So let's come back over here. So the Earth's magnetic pole is flipping. Look at this, you all. Is weakening. So this is how I ended up on this. I got up this morning and I thought about the Earth's magnetic pole is what I thought about. And there was this person he did a debunking video on suspicious observers, and I thought, well, first of all, you know, I don't like people running other people down, calling them liars and frauds and all this. You know, that's bad energy. So I just skimmed through it. And then that guy had like 600. He had like 2.5 million subscribers. And he did that video about, you know, saying this is all phony and stuff like this, a fraud. And that was like around a year or two ago. And now his videos, he only gets like 2,000, 3,000 a day. And this person's got millions, like a 1.2 million subscribers. But I thought, why are you working so hard to try to debunk somebody like that and calling them names? So that's how I ended up on this I really did. So then I said Earth's magnetic field is weakening. And look at this. This was the news back then. In May, Earth's magnetic field is weakening and it's impacting satellites. This is all quiet. It's all quiet. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the magnetic pole weakening and the polarity, you all. NASA even has a thing. You see this like right here beside me, these little visuals. NASA created a product to show the waves going wild. Let's talk about that, really. Let's talk about that right there really fast. How these are wiggling all over the place. They're going crazy. They are kind of going crazy. This is from Catholic.org. Why are they showing this? And why ain't our news showing this? Why don't the news show this? This is a normal. Okay, this is between reversals. This is what it's going to look like. But during it, these things are all over the place. All over the place. Let's go over there and look at their visual that they got going on. And because this is important. This is going to affect us. If these poles are in the having a reversal right now, we got to get prepared. We really do got to get prepared. Can you all hear me? I'm going to turn this other audio down. We really do got to get prepared. If something like this is happening, we running out of time. I want to come over here to just want to do the ISWA so we can look at it. You all can even do this yourself, but we can look at it. Let's come over here. They called it plurality. Okay, because we got the one that they have. Let's look at it. I've shown it before. Press PSS, solar magnetic field. Let's see, they're showing the sun part, but let's look at this one. Polar magnetic field. I like looking at this one right here because this one is pretty cool. So you can see these things. And is the sun causing it? Is the sun being disturbed also? Let's come back over here and probably look at this at 20 frames just to see this. We're going to be talking about this magnetic pole reversal. And look how this thing is swinging. It's okay. You all can look at it. It's not too much blinking of the screen. Looked like a vortex happened down below. It really did. Like a perfect triangular vortex from the bottom of that sun. Did you see that? That was in December. Let's look at that. Wow. Y'all ask yourself, how on earth is that possible? That's straight across, and they formed a triangular portal-like thing that's like a coronal hole, and that is how it looked like that. Isn't that weird? That's really strange. Now, I'm not going to delve into the other NASA products. I'm not, because we're talking about this pole reversal that's taken place right here. And let's go to that one image right here. So why would they have this one image right there? So Earth's magnetic field is weakening and the poles may reverse. Look at this. I'm not going to do this one because I don't want it. The magnetic field is weakening and the poles may reverse. Humanity has survived every calamity and it has faced so far. Every day it seems a new threat to humanity is uncovered. Amen. Can I get an amen? That's right. Today's concern is the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field, which incidentally is happening. Okay, you have the Roman Catholic Church telling you the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. Okay, right there. Yes. Should humanity worry? Should humanity worry? Yes, we should. Alien Guru, honey, thank you. Yes, love you too. Should we worry? So we got all this stuff going on. You know that our cell phones have been acting up. The internet has been acting up. You try to look at something in a video, it's just twirling and twirling and twirling. The aurora are caused by the charged particles that are drawn into the atmosphere by Earth's magnetic field, where they strike gas molecules, causing them to go. Well, what kind of gas molecules is the Earth's the charged particles striking? What are they coming up against, these charged particles? What kind of gas molecules? Are those gas molecules carbon dioxide and methane that's bubbling up from the Earth or coming up from the Earth and going up into the atmosphere? Is that what they're striking? Because we've been talking about methane. The gas molecules are getting, all right, you're just going, they're causing them to glow. They're causing them to glow, you all. So let's look at the rest of this. This is Catholic.org. And Los Angeles, California network. The Earth is a rocky planet with a molten iron core. Now, there are theories that the Earth is a hollow Earth theory or whatever, but we're going to go with this one. The iron core creates a magnetic field with two poles, north and south. It also protects us from harmful radiation by deflecting the radiation. And some of these particles, let's put this visuals, are drawn toward the planet's poles where they collide with gas molecules high in the atmosphere, and they create the aurora. The rest are deflected in space. So a good way to think of a magnetic field is like an umbrella. It will, if we remain underneath it, it protects us from showers and radiation given off by the sun. However, that umbrella, or more specifically, the magnetic field, will weaken and it will reverse. South becomes north and vice versa. You ain't got no snow in New Jersey. That's okay. I hope you don't get no bad snow. So we're going to go out. Now we can look at the visual. Scientists have now figured out that the magnetic field has been weakening at a rate of 5% per century. It is now the weakest it has been in tens of thousands of years. The last full reversal was 780,000 years ago, and the last partial reversal was 41,000 years ago. The pole is supposed to flip every 200,000 to 300,000 years. As you can see, we are terribly overdue. Prior to the flip, the field will weaken, then multiple poles will appear. Oh, finally, the whole thing will flip. The process can take several centuries. So is this what's causing the, people with their compasses? This has got like, 3 different south poles and north poles. Everything is all over the place, is what it's talking about. Everything is all over the place. So this is an illustration of what happens when it prepares to shift. So how dangerous is it? It's not as dangerous as it sounds. As the magnetic field weakens, more radiation from the sun reaches the earth, and that's not good for people who are susceptible to sunburn and skin cancers. But humans have survived a weakened magnetic field 41,000 years ago, and life has flourished. At worst, some of our routines would have to change. And we will need to be much more mindful of direct sunlight, but it won't destroy the planet. Our technology, blah, 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 blah. What is the likelihood of it happening soon? It is possible that we could experience further significant weakening of the magnetic field within our lifetimes. Within my lifetime, well, I'm 22 and 60. I'm 56 right now. And possibly even the emergence of a new pole. So if they're saying it's possible, y'all, now listen to this. This is what they're saying between the lines. They're telling you we're going to see an emergence of a new pole. Look, but it's still unlikely. It's possible, well, why are you even entertaining the thought? But it's still unlikely. When does it happen? It will bring some changes for the planet and all who live in it, but will not be catastrophic, and life will go on much as it has for centuries. According to who? According to this article, whoever read it. Yeah, look at this. So we've got all this going on. Yes. So look at all these visuals. This is really kind of eye-opening. Earth's magnetic field is weakening, and it might lead to a pole reversal. I don't even know these. I've never been to these things before, you all. But we can look at that visual. It's pretty cool. Kennesaw, this is 2020. So remember in the Day After Tomorrow movie, what happened? It was, no. Now see, I can't look at that because they popped that up on there. The Day After Tomorrow, they said it could happen in weeks, months, or at the most 2 years. We just did the other day about the methane coming up out of the Arctic. We did that. And there was a scientist from Ohio that said that he was talking about the Greenland ice sheet. And actually, this really did happen. I did not know that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, had real scientific stuff in it. But he said the Greenland ice sheet, it did whatever, and it's melting. And he said, they gave the warning that we could see a mini ice age. They did. That was in my last video. So look at all of these things right here. This is like a magnetic storm. And they said it's not dismissing the global warming that we're having. That's what they said. It would not dismiss it at all, but it could cause that. You also look at this. There's a very real threat. The field is weakening, and this will change polarity, which protects the life. All from solar radiation. It ceases to work for 15 to 20,000 years, and it's clear such a period will be more than enough for the death of mankind. Oh my gosh, the death of mankind, you all. The pole, scientifically speaking, the inversion cannot be reliably predicted, but the weakening of the geometric, the death of mankind. Well, we'll need a new species 3 years ago. So why did they all start talking about this 3 years ago? You have to ask yourself. Over the past 200 years, the magnetic field surrounding our planet has weakened by 9%. What did we hear about that? We read something about the Earth's magnetic field. And they used the word 200. They used that phrase, 200 years. Well, they were talking about the global warming and the heating up of the atmosphere. And they said if 1 ton of methane within a 20-year period, it would cause around an 80%, 87% acceleration in the global warming. They only use 1 ton for 20 years. But in the video we did about the bubbles coming out of the Arctic, that's 10 tons of methane coming out of that one lake in Alaska every single day. 10 tons. So we have a superheated thing up there happening, is what we got. Superheated. So, yeah. They claim that this is an abnormal gap in the geomagnetic field. They've already warned perhaps we are on the verge of changing of Earth's magnetic pole. So they look at this. European Space Agency, the ESA, recalled the weak field area in the southern Atlantic Ocean. South Atlantic Current. Is that what that was, you all? The South Atlantic Current or the North Atlantic Current? The zone is called the South Atlantic Anomaly from 1970 to 2020. The minimum intensity of the geomagnetic field there weakened many times more than in the whole entire planet. Why would it weaken there more than any other place in the whole entire planet? That's what we have to wonder. Why there? The South Atlantic. And, is that like the South Pole where Admiral Byrd also went to? He did. He went to the North Pole and he went to the South Pole. Look, you can see by this visual. Look at how they got the flow of energy coming out up here. And then they got the flow of energy coming out from down there. It's pretty cool looking. And there's all this stuff going all over the place. Okay, so the area of the anomaly is constantly growing and shifting to the west at a speed of 20 kilometers a year. So scientists suggest the South Atlantic anomaly could be divided into two parts. Over the past 5 years, this is 3 years ago article, the second center of minimum magnetic field intensity has emerged in southwestern Africa. So in southwestern Africa, have you all noticed something strange? This has become clear after comparing ground-based observations. So is there an anomaly in southwestern Africa? Is that where Table Mountain's at? Is that is that the Horn of Africa or something? Yeah, so southwestern Africa, they were puzzled by all the information. It does not really fit with the generally accepted theory of the formation of the Earth's magnetosphere. The researchers are sure the magnetic field is strong enough to protect the planet from harmful radiation, but when it becomes weakened, they'll need additional protection from the radiation. So the satellites in low Earth orbit will be hit, and they face technical interference, possibly complete failure. The most important aspects of our daily life, such as navigation and some types of communication, depend on the satellites, you all. Earth is a big magnet. Well, yes, it's a big magnet. It's really big. And then CERN's got this big magnet. And so does like the Fermi Lab in, is it Illinois? And then South Dakota is going to have their own Fermi Lab. And then above all of those, China's got a massive, massive magnet too. Okay, they do. So we got all these magnets all over the place. We really do. China's got the biggest magnetic field, bigger than CERN. It's like 44 point some Tesla. And CERN is only like a 8 point something Tesla. Earth don't even have 1 Tesla of magnetic field. So the more powerful the flash on the sun. So we know the sun ain't doing nothing really much. Okay, this is the anomaly right here. Over the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. So you can see it. The fall in the geomagnetic field is a sign of a planetary catastrophe. A change in the Earth's magnetic poles is what it says. When dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago, a sharp change in the geomagnetic polarity happened. This is a very real threat. The Earth's magnetic field, which protects all life from solar radiation, ceases to work 15,000 to 20,000 years. It's clear that such a period will be more than enough for the death of mankind. Well, that's very nice of you. Think of that sentence. It is clear. It is, you all, this is what a sentence that is. It is clear that such a period will be more than enough for the death of mankind. Wow, that's like in your face. That's really sounds deadly. It does. The pole, scientifically speaking, inversion cannot be reliably predicted, but the weakening of the magnetic field is necessary, and it seems not to be a sufficient condition. If the assumptions about the upcoming flipping of the poles are confirmed, humanity will face another global challenge. when the magnetic sphere, which protects not only the technology but also people themselves from cosmic radiation, is significantly weakened, we will all have to stay on a rigid self-isolation. But this will not be the isolation that allows you to order food at home and enjoy your city views and beautiful sunsets from your balcony. It will be possible to hide from the radioactive radiation only behind the hard shell of Earth, in caves and artificial mine workings. And another option is to go underwater, building cities there. You all what? See, they were, that's what they were doing. Look at that. Go underground. Is that why we got so many bunkers? Is that why we got a vast city underground? They really do. They got cities underground. All underground. Our air will change. The pyramids with magnetic fields. Yeah, you all. This is kind of wild. It really is kind of wild if you think about it. It's weakening 10 times faster now. So let's see. Oh, I scratched my head and that hurt. 2 days ago. Oh, why the Earth's magnetic? That kind of hurts. Magnetic field is weakening. Oh, see, they shared this. Oh, see, this was shared in the Catholic.org, and now we got Dr. Basque's magnetics. He did this 2 days ago. Between the reversals, the conversion currents, the spinning core, the convection of liquid iron in the outer core, and the interaction of solar wind with the weak magnetic field. Harmful radiation. There is an expanding magnetic field on the ground. Oh, that's a neat sentence. There is an expanding magnetic field on the ground. This is neat. That protects it from solar radiation. A weak spot on the Earth could be caused by pieces of the ancient planet that sank into Earth's mantle. The satellites and spacecraft may become disabled by a growing dent in the Earth's magnetic field. I hadn't heard that before. A weak spot on the Earth could be caused by pieces of an ancient planet that sank into Earth's mantle. So the South Atlantic anomaly, what's in the South Atlantic that would be ancient, that sank into South Atlantic ancient civilization? South America. No, I wanted to see South Atlantic. I didn't spell it right. Earlier this year, a video claiming the lost city has emerged, an ancient civilization. No, I didn't want that one right there. I want to see if there's a lost city. Oh, the lost city of Atlantis, you all. So look at this. So, the lost city of Antarctica. You all, what if? Do you think there's really structures like this? Look at that big vault. Right there, big vault going into it. The lost city of Antarctica shock claims massive ancient civilization lies frozen beneath a mile of the Antarctic ice and could even be Atlantis. This is 2016. There could be a hidden city underneath Antarctica, according to shock claims. The huge continent is an icy mass, currently only inhabited by scientific researchers, thanks to its freezing temperatures. But if we're melting, then what? This is what it would look like. How could they... Look at this. Artist's view of what an ancient civilization could look like on the continent of Antarctica. What if that is what it does look like and we aren't gotten no pictures of it, you all? What if? Yeah. Rumors of it being the lost city of Atlantis. Scientific claims once upon a lifetime Antarctica was ice-free and a home to an ancient civilization. The Great Pyramid of Freezers. Baffled by these Google Earth's images of pyramids poking out the wastelands of Antarctica. The wastelands of Antarctica. Crustal displacement. The theory that crustal displacement alleges the movements in the Earth's crust meant that large parts of Antarctica were crushed ice-free for 12,000 years ago, prehistory coming to an end with the last ice age, which froze over the continent. The last ice age froze over the continent. That was 12,000 years ago. So that was 12,000 years ago. And we just got through reading that, was it every 15 to maybe 20,000 years, you have like a pole reversal, like a mini ice age and stuff like that. Isn't that we just read that? So 12,000 years ago, people could have lived there. No, this is not a mythical city. It wasn't. Speculation is rife. It was confirmed by an ancient map called the Piri Reis map. It appears to show the Antarctic hundreds of years before it was discovered, but denounced by many scholars at that time. NASA appeared to reveal traces of a human settlement. It could be hidden underneath it. So pictures and stuff like that. They went on a wild goose chase. The government is trying to block the video from being seen because it reveals there's a massive archaeological dig underway 2 miles beneath the ice. The wild claims the Nazis claimed an area as the German territory for their... Wow, look at that. You think that's real? It could be real, you all really could. An artist's impression of a doorway to Atlantis. You all, why wouldn't it be true? It's City Base 22 or New Berlin, supposedly home not only but also to the Illuminati. They're planning to launch a new world order from it. Look at that, the secret thing, you all. So that is wild. It is wild. So this ancient civilization, we got this pole. I went to look up if there was some kind of anomaly there, because what we looked at, that totally knocked my thing out. What we looked at, there was someone who said that right here, what can disrupt Earth's magnetic field? See, look at this. So he said that there is an expanding magnetic field on the ground that protects us from solar radiation. A weak spot on the Earth could be caused by an ancient planet. Pieces of an ancient planet that sank into the Earth's mantle. And spacecrafts, molten core, look at this. So the Earth's magnetic field. I'm not an expert at all. I just like to look at stuff because they sound pretty interesting, you all. And Lemuria, yes, Lemuria, would that be the same thing as Atlantis? So auras, look at these auras, are one of the most beautiful signs, beautiful sights in nature, but they can also be a sign that something is seriously wrong, you all. That aurora borealis, that something is seriously wrong within the Earth's magnetic field. Aurora borealis, you all. Aurora borealis, borealis, B-O-R. I'm not even going to spell it right on purpose, because I think Google is intelligent enough to show us. Okay, aurora borealis, all this right here, you all, the colors that you're seeing and stuff like that. We've seen it. And where is it located at, you all? Where is the aurora borealis located? Is it located at the top and also the bottom of the Earth? Is it? They're two different islands. Yeah, is it? So the aurora borealis, they can also be a sign that something is seriously wrong with the magnetic field that protects from harmful solar radiation and navigation. The weakening could one day collapse, leaving us unprotected and lost. The most likely cause of the catastrophe is a geomagnetic reversal, in which the North and South poles, they swap places. This process happens slowly over the course of 1,000 or even millions of years, but it could be hastened by a sudden influx of energy like a giant solar storm and or a heated up Earth. Auras are caused by charged particles from the sun interacting with Earth's magnetic field. As the field weakens, we could see more and more auras until they become permanent fixtures in our sky. This would be a stunning sight, but it would also be a sign that the end is near. The magnetic field is moving closer to Siberia at a rate of 55 kilometers per year, which is really concerning when compared to the recent increases. The increase in speed is worrying, as this may lead to a reversal of the magnetic north and south pole, which has occurred 171 times. How they know that? Within the last 171 years. If the reversal occurs, it would have serious implications for the electrical grid, transportation, and other systems that rely on magnetism. The power of the Helmholtz coil, the space weather, which causes this disrupt. A magnetic field can be completely blocked with a Helmholtz coil, but you can also redirect the lines if you do not use a block. This method can be used to create a much closer magnetic field intensity region, which is usually canceled out by using magnets. What materials will interfere with the magnetic field, you all? So look at this. Would they say you need the power of a Helmholtz coil? A Helmholtz coil. A magnetic field can be completely blocked. Let's look at this, you all. We want to say, yeah, let's go over here. Let's see this, you. Let's do this. Paste it. Let's do it. We can do it. We want to do it. Oh, no, you all. Wow. Okay, so we can see they've got it developed. Look at this. A Helmholtz coil is a device for producing a region of nearly uniform magnetic field. It consists of two electromagnets on the same axis carrying an equal electric current in the same direction. Helmholtz coil mounted on a common axis. I want to see, I want to know if, now CERN's not using Helmholtz coils, are they, in their Higgs boson? Do you think they do that, you all? Because that's what it said. It will block the magnetic field. You think they're doing that? You think CERN's using this magnet right here? You think they're using this magnet right here, the power of the Helmholtz coil. Despite the fact the magnetic field on Earth protects us from harmful radiation and particles in space, it cannot be perfectly positioned. Space weather can be caused by wind variations, which cause geomagnetic storms that penetrate our atmosphere, harm the astronauts in space, disrupted warps the egg. A magnetic field can be completely blocked with a Helmholtz coil, but you can also redirect the lines if you do not use a block. So this method can be used to create a much closer magnetic field intensity region, which is usually canceled out by the magnets. So, what materials will interfere with Earth's magnetic field? He just said that this would do it. The Helmholtz coil. Does a Helmholtz coil interfere with Earth's magnetic field? Does it? Let's look at this. Does we're talking about pole reversal. If you just turned in, we got some pole reversal talk. Interfere with Earth's magnetic field. Bingo. We got a bingo. We have got a bingo. The Helmholtz coil cancellation on Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field is... The coils would have to be oriented with Earth's magnetic field along the coils. Don't forget the dip in the Earth's magnetic field. The cancellation of an... Yes, we got it. Oh, the Torah fields. What's the Torah fields? Looking 702. Torah fields. Let me put that in there while I'm talking. Torah fields. What is a Torah? T-O-R. Let's see. T-O-O-R-A-H. Fields. Let me see to get this right here. Boom. Torah fields. Let me make them. Gotta go in here. Torah fields. That's right. Then we got a reversal. Let me look at this shoe. I gotta see Torah fields. And let me do this. Let's pape it in. Helmholtz coil and Earth's magnetic fields. Okay, so I'm just going to type that in right now, but I'm going to come back to me. We're going to go back to this Helmholtz coil. This interferes with Earth's magnetic field, and as you can see like this is what Earth looks like during a reversal, and it's what it looked like before the reversal. You can see the magnetic field on Earth. Okay, you can. So that's right. Argon laboratory. So, Yogi Steph, that's why I like to come on here live, so we can go on the adventure together. I really love it. The Helmholtz coil. Right here. Look at them. There's been so much done. The magnetic field due to circular current carrying coil and Helmholtz coil. What does it do? Does it cancel Earth's magnetic field? So you can see it. A parallel pair of identical circular coils. So we got CERN. Okay, we do. Vector plot of Helmholtz coil in Earth's magnetic field. Canceling Earth's magnetic field. How effective is it? NASA Guarded Space Center has its own Helmholtz facility, which is a big Helmholtz coil used to test the magnetic field generated by spacecraft. The purpose is to generate a model which can be subtracted from measurements. There you go. So we got that. So we got high frequency coils are often used to cancel the background of Earth's magnetic field. So, okay, Earth's magnetic field. So we're talking about these pole reversals. Earth's magnetic field is what we're talking about. It's like they're talking about the reversal of it. Okay, and they're warning that it could flip. Okay, so let's look at this. We got this visual coming right up. Helmholtz coil investigation, measuring Earth's local magnetic field using this. But I wanted to see the Torah fields. Let me just like wipe out the, let me see if we can like just get out the Helmholtz coil and just do coils. So see if there's anything to this Torah fields. I've never heard of a Torah field. Why are we talking about a Torah field? The Torah fields, see, there is no mention of the word Torah. So you will say that it's the same thing. That's all right, you will. So I'm not going to go with that. We're not. I just wanted to check into it. But one thing we do know is that this right here has canceled out Earth's magnetic field right here. And it's not just CERN, you all. It's not just CERN. Let's talk about, let me do this. Let's talk about China. Okay, China, because I want to talk about them because I got something even bigger than CERN. Okay, they do. Something much bigger than CERN if you're just tuning in. Earth's, China's, let's do this. China's, watch this. We're going to do it. We're going to come over here talking about the flipping and Earth's. We're going to come over here. Let's see what this pulls up. No, it's not going to say China. I guess they got everything blocked. China. China's Helmholtz coil. Let's do that. China's helmet coil. We can't find nothing on here about them. Oh, okay, you are. Now we got it. China's helmet coil manufacturers and factory suppliers. Fresh helmet coils responsibly sourced worldwide. 2-axis. So China has their own, and CERN. See if China has their own CERN. You all. We found it the other day. Is what they have at their place. China's biggest super collider is twice the size of CERN's. Okay, they are twice the size. So this is Forbes back in 2013. Their super collider. So China's magnetic field from their CERN. China's CERN magnetic field. You all. We're just going to look at it one again. CERN. China's magnetic field. Let's see if we can pull it up really fast. China says that it has launched. Look at this. Let's look at this, you all. We can do it. We are going to do this. You're just turning on. This is all about pole reversal. It's fine. Pole reversal is what we're talking about. And Earth's magnetic field is weakening during a pole reversal. But there are things that interfere with the pole reversal. Not just big magnets, but it's all this gas and stuff that's up there in the atmosphere, and the particles from the sun are coming down and they're colliding. And we got the aurora borealis, which looks pretty, but there's a weakening in the magnetic field is what's happening. China says it launched a stable magnetic field more than 1 million times stronger than Earth's. Of course you have. So it's been since 1999. The record for a steady magnetic field of 45 Tesla has been held by the National High Magnetic Field Laboratory in Florida. What? Florida? Did you know that Florida had a mag lab? If you live in Florida, come on, you all. What is going on with this stuff? Florida's got a mag lab. Wow. Mag lab in Florida. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is wild. Oh my gosh. That sounds really strange. Look. Oh my gosh, are we looking at this? How did we get on cornbreads and beans? Yes! Look at this, you all. Are we on here? The largest and highest powered magnet lab in the world. We got a magnet lab, the highest powered magnet lab in the world. We thought CERN was powerful. Yes, I'm hungry. I'm not going to look at that. We got to look at this. We really got to look at this right here. You're making me hungry. Wow, look at that. Can polymers improve? Well, we ain't looking at that. We're talking about the materials. Scientists use our magnets. Look, to explore semiconductors, superconductors, newly grown crystals, buckyballs, and materials from the natural world, research reveals that the secret workings of material empower us to do. Okay, let's look over here, you all. This is their National High Magnet Field Laboratory, is the highest powered magnet lab. Los Alamos, you all. What happened in Los Alamos? Do we got alien activity occurring in Los Alamos? Do we? We could. We had those. National Science Foundation, the state of Florida, each year more than 2,000 scientists come from across the globe to use our facilities. Area 51, thank you. Yeah, so we got to get to, no, don't be, you got to be nice. You got to be nice on here. They come across the world to use the facilities at Florida State University, the University of Florida, and Los Alamos National Laboratory to probe the fundamental questions about materials, energy, and life. Wow, I never knew it. CERN is a kind of like a little distraction compared to this, you all. They come from around the world. I got to see where I'm at on here because my thumbnail stopped playing on me, so I can't see where I'm at on this video, what my visual is, you all. Oh my gosh. Let's do this. Okay, we are right here. We are talking about the magnetic reversal. The magnetic field is weakening on Earth, and there is a pole reversal that is likely, and we just had yesterday a 6.4 earthquake in California. We can look at this right here. In California, we just had a 6.4 earthquake, and we are a 6.3, they say now, and we are having many aftershocks here in California, you all. So we got this. We have got this. Safriana, you didn't know about them? The aliens have been good to you, Eve, honey. Yes. I dreamt. We just now had a 3.5 that just popped up. I think that another 3.5 just popped up here, you all, in this earthquake, you all. But China now, this is what China said. Since 1999, the record for a steady magnetic field of 45 Tesla has been held by the National High Magnetic Field Laboratory, MagLab, in Florida. Guess who else likes the, let me just say this, and I'm only going to say it once. Guess who else likes the word mag? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not. Okay, so the MagLab in Florida. Scientists in China claim they have broken the world record after their hybrid magnet attained a steady magnetic field of 45.22 Tesla, more than 1,000,000 times stronger than the Earth. And on August the 12th, South China Morning Post reported the achievement was made at the Chinese Academy of Science Steady High Magnetic Field Laboratory. Shaking my head, FF. With the research team writing on their website, the HiFi facility has become the highest steady-state magnetic field that can support scientific research in the world. So what does that say about this over here in the United States? This is where scientists from all over the globe came to use the facilities there at the Los Alamos and the Florida State University. So what does this have to say? Have they been usurped by China? See, have they? Boom! Have they been usurped? You all, come on now. This is wild. They generate a magnetic field equivalent to 900,000 times the Earth's magnetic field. What did we just say about Earth's magnetic field? We said that a Helmholtz coil will cancel the Earth's magnetic field. And that's what these things are. They're Helmholtz coils is what they are. Helmholtz coils. That's right, they are. So we got to look at this, you all. Oh my gosh, you all. The laboratory statement also referred to the previous record of 45 Tesla dating back to 1999, achieved by the 35-ton instrument at MagLab, funded by the National Science Foundation and the state of Florida. So you all, so let's talk about, well, I'm not even going to talk about Florida. I have my own my own thoughts, and I'm sure a lot of other people have their own thoughts about what's going on in this world, you all. Look at this, you all. This is wild. So the major technological breakthrough at the Shaking My Head facility, similar to the one at the Mag Lab, yes, you all, known as a hybrid magnet. Its resistive insert is contained inside a superconducting exterior with a bore of 32 millimeter. How big is 32 millimeter, you all? You want to know? We're talking about magnetic reversals is what we're talking about, you all. How big is how thick is 32 millimeter? Let's say metal. Let's do metal. It's the conversion. It is conversion. Let me see conversion. 32 millimeter conversion. So I know we got some math people on here. Well, 1 millimeter. Let me do this conversion. Let's do, let me do the millimeter to inches. 2 inches. This is better. So 32 millimeter. 32 millimeter. Convert it. It's 1.25 inches. So they have their hybrid magnet. It's a resistive insert contained in a almost 1.5. You can't say a 1.5 inch, over a 1 inch thick bore. The scientific team originally constructed it in 2016. Our world got turned upside down, you all, around that change of 2016. Hello, you all. You got to go, you all. You just tuning in. Thank you so much for listening, you all. We just going to do this on the fly. That's the best way to do it. You do spontaneous investigation and scientific investigation from all kinds of scientific minds from around the world. That's what we're doing. So look at this. In 2016, at the time it generated a central magnetic field of 40 Tesla. CERN remembered they only got around an 8-something Tesla. Scientists persisted in an attempt to achieve a higher magnetic field, and to do this, they innovated the structure of the magnet, developing new materials and optimizing the process of bitter disc electromagnetic, invented in 1933 by the physicist Francis Bitter. Explained the Guangli Quang. Look at that, you all. So there is their look at that, you all. Earth's magnetic field made comeback millions of years ago and preserved the life on the planet. That looks kind of wild. That looks really wild. Does that look anything like what we've got right now? This is during a reversal. This is between the reversals. This is normal, like right here. It looks really wild. They use an endpoint of 26.9 megawatts. You wonder why there's going to be some, grid down, some power outages and blackouts, or what do you call them, brownouts, where you got to have your power turned off because the power is being diverted somewhere else, you all. It is. It's been held as a scientist a new opportunities. So we got this, the hybrid, you all. So if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the pole reversal. And there's been many things on it, and we've been on a journey. If you watch any of these videos like this from the beginning, if it's a long video, you know that we're going to come on here live and go on a journey looking at this stuff right here. We wanted to know about the power of this right here, why the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. This was updated. This was first, I found this visual on Catholic.org. It was posted 2 years ago, but they used it here again. Is what it used it on, and they were talking about the Earth's magnetic field is weakening, and it is. It's weakening, and we know that there is a talk about a planetary system coming. So what can disrupt Earth's magnetic field? You got the North magnetic North Pole and the South Pole. All right, we do. So we have auras, but the aurora borealis, you all, they can be a sign that something is seriously wrong with the Earth's magnetic field. Seriously wrong. the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field could one day collapse, leaving us unprotected. The most likely cause of the catastrophe is a geomagnetic reversal, in which the north and south reverse. So as the auroras are caused by the charged particles from the sun interacting with Earth's magnetic field. Well, Earth don't even have 1 Tesla of a magnetic field, not even 1 Tesla. As the field weakens, we could see more and more auroras until eventually they become permanent fixtures in the sky. This would be a stunning sight, but it would also be a sign that the end is near. They're talking about the magnetic field is moving closer to Siberia. The power of the Helmholtz coil, despite the fact that Earth's magnetic field protects us from the harmful radiation and blah, blah, blah. Okay, a magnetic field, you all, look at this. This is how we ended up on the Florida, the Los Alamos, the China. A magnetic field can be completely blocked with a Helmholtz coil. But you can also redirect the lines if you do not use a block. This method can be used to create a much closer magnetic field intensity regions. So what materials interfere with the magnetic fields? So the Helmholtz coil, it cancels the Earth's magnetic field. In that region, they can pick and choose. Wow, you all, they can pick and choose the areas. Now we're going somewhere in which, look at this, it can cancel the field in that region. Can they target certain regions where they make the magnetic field weak, like maybe the South Atlantic anomaly, and or what lies beneath is it the Pacific Ocean? What lies underneath the waters in the depths of the water? We know there's a Cthulhu, and they are talking about the rise of Cthulhu. We did a video also, you all, about, what was this? There was something that went on, and as these beings, it was Martians or something, when these beings were like spider-like cephalopods or something, when they were like dying or something, they gave out this call called Hulu, Hulu, is what they did in the War of the Worlds. And you know, when you listen to the War of the Worlds, it sounds like it is a documentary of what actually happened, had already happened, the way it was written. It's strange. It's really strange. But we're talking about the pole reversal, but they can, a Helmholtz coil can cancel the Earth's magnetic field, is what it could do. Cancel it completely. And we got over here. While it's, we know that, okay, and you also, look at this, you also, we're over here. Los Alamos, New Mexico. We know that's Area 51. Is that what somebody said? No, that's not. Is that Area 51 in Los Alamos? We're talking about, I thought Nellis Air Force Base was Area 51. Okay. Over there, not in Nevada, out near that. Yes. What? So we have the world's largest right here in Tallahassee. The 2,000 scientists every year come across the globe to use the Florida State University, Los Alamos Lab, and all these right here. All of these right here, you all. There's massive stuff. This was the largest over here in Florida, is what it was. But now, okay, we got this. So we got, we're supposed to be coming over here and finishing this right out. A magnetic field can be blocked, but it must be redirected. They got to redirect the magnetic field. So materials within a magnetic nature, such as iron, steel, cobalt, and nickel, repel the magnets, and they redirect the magnetic field. So is it possible, the disadvantage of whatever, so if it's possible that they are redirecting the Earth's magnetic field, and when they do, they create an opening for something to come through. Something coming through. So let's look at this. Magnetic field lines. spirals down to the rotation axis, alternating blue and orange, stretched around the rotation axis again, emerges from the core, blue, green, yellow, stretched across the rotation. Kwang Bloxham. You can see this right here. This is pretty cool. These are scientists, you all. Auras are one example of how the solar wind interacts with the magnetic field. The sun is electrically charged. The movement creates electrical currents, flows through the Earth's atmosphere. They charge the particles in the atmosphere, and they become charged. Thus, we got the plasma all over the place, you all, with these high-efficiency plasma lights. Okay, the atmosphere is supercharged. That's why you're seeing all these like spider plasma webs, and this looks like this plasma is coming to life. It really does. This is a big part of it too. We got these storms and everything. They're creating the perfect storm because Earth's magnetic field. Okay, they got to keep it stable. They do. The magnetic field can be controlled more precisely with capacitor technology, but using the magnetic field, a similar solution could be implemented to keep Earth's magnetic field stable, but it's unstable. The crust of the magnetic field, the crust of the Earth controls the magnetic field by using a Helmholtz coil. So this is the natural coil right here. Is this what it's supposed to be saying? But a Helmholtz coil, it can be canceled out with that. Using a Helmholtz coil. So let's see this. The crust of the Earth controls the Earth's magnetic field. And by using a Helmholtz coil, it can be canceled out. As a result, wire would be required to accomplish this task. I wonder if we could look at that. Do you think we could look at that? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to look at it because you can look at it. You all can go here. You can look up here. You can type this search in up here. Let me do a screenshot of this search so you can type in this and go there. I'm not going to play this video right here. I'm not. It's somebody else's video, but I want you all to look at it. I hope it's did this. So you can go there and watch that visual of that yourself. I'm not going to do it. But I will. Here's what I will do. I will enlarge this screen right here, and you can go right here to this website right here. Just pause this part of the video when you want to go back and look at it. Go to the very site that I'm on, and you can, Gina, get my, okay, just the screen. Go to the very site that I'm on, and you look at this, what makes Earth's magnetic field change the direction. And you'll see that video right there, what causes it. So you can do that. I did that for you. I'll do it for you. I will. I did it for you. We're coming back over here. So 3 contributions to the Earth's magnetic field. Fluid core. But if it's a hollow Earth, you ain't got talking about that. It doesn't matter at this point where the poles are going to flip. Swirling whirlpools are caused by the Coriolis force as a result of the Earth's rotation. And liquid iron, what does the Earth's magnetic field protect us from? Cosmic radiation, charged particles emitted by our sun. The importance of the ozone layer. It's not uncommon for us to protect ourselves from the ozone oxygen molecule, 3 oxygen. When the ozone molecule becomes decomposed into oxygen and nitrogen as a result of the sunlight, blah, 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 blah. Ozone layer is formed over the Earth's surface at the top of the atmosphere, 20 to 30 kilometers thick. It's located about 20 to 30 kilometers above the surface. It shields us. Why does the Earth's magnetic field have a life? Okay, harmful. Without our magnetic field, life on Earth will be very different. The importance of it, we need it. When the core temperature exceeds the point, the substance loses its magnetic property and disappears. Then we have a stronger field, the Cambrian Ocean. The Cambrian Ocean, you all, where is the magnet? Where is the magnet that causes Earth's magnetic field? The magnetic field on Earth is supposed to be inside the Earth, at the core of the Earth, you all. So really, could you have a hollow Earth theory? With inside that hollow Earth theory, could you have something inside the middle of the Earth that literally is controlling the Earth's magnetic field, but because it's so deep within the Earth, even if you went to a hollow Earth theory or molten lava and iron ore in the center, regardless, you got that, just hypothetically speaking, well, you do. You got beings on the Earth that now have created a They have now created a Helmholtz coil, which will cancellation of the Earth's magnetic field. They've done it. Right now, they have created it. And we have these areas right here. This was the highest one right there. Then you have China. They have created the shaking my head off Mag Lab in this Magnab in Florida. No, is that Mag Lab there? Yeah, the U.S. facility. So we got that this was the original record breaking was doing this in South China. The National High Magnitude Field Laboratory, the Mag Lab in Florida. This had the biggest magnet area in the world. Now China has passed them up. But if we have something inside the Earth that's natural, well, they're going against it. They're weakening it. You think they're weakening it? They want to bring in some kind of power. You all know I'm going on and on, but this is probably important. Is Earth losing its magnetic field? There's evidence that Earth's magnetic field is weakening, and this could be due to a number of factors, including the Earth's core, the solar activity, the man-made interference, methane gas coming up from inside the Earth, too. We're being in a heating thing. It's difficult to say whether or not the Earth's magnetic field is truly weakening, as there is much variability. Moreover, even if the Earth's magnetic field is weakening, it's not clear what the implications will have. How long will it take for Earth to lose it? The magnetic field, to achieve the polarity reversal, the magnetic field must be reduced by at least 90% to a threshold level. They already know what they need to do. During this time, a lack of protective magnetic shield around the planet allows the cosmic rays of particles to flow from other parts of the universe to bombard us, increasing the likelihood of us getting affected. So we're talking about the flips. When the magnetic field flips, thank you for tuning in. We're talking about the magnetic reversal, magnetic pole, flipping pole reversal, and we have been on an exciting journey from the very beginning. We did it live. We went on a grand adventure and looked at many scientific studies and minds from around the world, what they have put out there concerning what's going on. You really do. I promise you want to go back and look at this video in the entirety, because part of the scientific process, even with this video, it's like a scientific process. How did you get to the point that you are now, Gina? How did you all get there? From the very beginning, you're talking about pole reversal. How did you get to where you are right now? Well, we have did a documentation of the whole entire human process of studying and researching to get to where we are now. So that's your scientific explanation right there. It has been fully documented online, live, with people from around the world. Okay, let's go back here. So, is the Earth's magnetic field declining? If it's the dipoles, it's losing power. It's rapidly losing its power. Okay, it is. What are we talking about this? Oh, yeah. So the magnetic field on Earth must be reduced to 90%, to a threshold level. Okay, they know what you need to do to bombard us, increasing the likelihood of getting affected by the rays. When it flips, the rotation of the solar core is what causes the flip. To avoid being exposed, we measure the magnetic field at the surface. Is it declining? Yes, it's declining. Scientists have been concerned whether this is the start of the reversal because the field has been stable, but now it's not. The weakening of the magnetic field, which you need to know. For quite some time, the Earth's magnetic field is currently weakening. Since the 90s, the magnetic field has shifted to a more southerly direction, and it has accelerated. This trend is not yet known to be the result of a magnetic reversal, which does when the magnetic north and south pole change positions, the type of event that takes place in 171 times in the last 71,000 million years. There's that 171771. It's expected to happen again within the next few hundred years. Although it may be a serious issue for the inhabitants, there is no cause for alarm. Warning, there is no cause for alarm if the poles flip and you get suddenly find yourself in a mini ice age like the world the day after tomorrow. There is no cause for alarm. None at all. Oh my goodness. Scientists are diligently monitoring and understanding the erosion of the Earth's magnetic field. They are They are diligently monitoring and understanding the erosion of Earth's magnetic field. They're monitoring it diligently. The National High Magnetic Field Laboratory, the largest, highest powered magnet lab in the world, funded in here in Florida. And China says it has the Mag Lab in Florida has the 45 Tesla. So we got this, can I get up here? The Helmholtz coil at the core of CERN. So the Helmholtz coil, the scientists are studying, it is the cancellation of the magnetic field on Earth in a certain region. Okay, it is. So the scientists are diligently monitoring and understanding the erosion of the magnetic field, and they're preparing for possible threats despite the difficulty in predicting how this will progress. Well, I think that this is how it progresses. Yeah, that's not nice. It's not nice, you all. What would happen when it flips? When it flips, we could have a significant impact on communication systems. We are seeing disruptions to our communications and power grids, and there could be a multiple north and south pole in the field, and birds and whales and other migratory animals that use this field to find their way could encounter obstacles. Yes, they're confused. They're walking in circles. The animals are walking in circles. So, that's right. So Earth's axis is shifting, although the abrupt change in the axis is still being investigated. It's being investigated. It is being investigated. And it appears to have been caused by a combination of factors, including the eruption of Mount Pinatubo. Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines is one of the reasons, which released a significant amount of energy into the Earth's atmosphere. The axis shift on Earth is a rare phenomenon, but it doesn't happen over time, and it is critical, you all. It's very critical to stay aware so that we can keep our planet safe. So why is it important for us to have one? Because it shields us from the solar wind and stuff like that, and we want to have a habitable planet. We do. The many uses. We it can be used to store data. Oh my gosh, you all, this is really wild. If you're just tuning in, a magnetic field can be used to store data on hard drives, boost electric motors, and assist people with navigation. They are used in a variety of medical procedures and the aids of detections of stuff. Strange magnetic places on Earth. There are several strange magnetic places. Bermuda Triangle, where ships and planes disappear. Scientists believe that this area is affected by a type of magnetic field that can cause compass readings to be off. Other strange magnetic places is the Dragon's Triangle in the Pacific Ocean. Is that where Cthulhu's at? Is it really? It could be. The Devil's Sea off the coast of Japan, and some people believe the areas are also affected by unusual magnetic fields, but there's no scientific evidence to support it. Where the gravity ends, there is no definitive answer. Even though the gravity field extends well beyond in space, it weakens as you get closer to Earth. You can orbit. So, look. As an example, the shuttle's orbit around the moon is approximately 125 miles above the surface, roughly the distance between Nashville and Jackson. So, you all, we found out a lot about the, where's that place where the magnetic field, where you could be standing up and you can lean. There's got the leaning buildings and you ain't going to fall over. Okay? All of that kind of stuff. If you're just tuning in, we are done. We are done, but we're going to just tell you I'm going to go really fast over this. We came over here. Why the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. Okay? So that's what we found. We also found out that, there was an earthquake in California. There was a 6.3 earthquake in California just the other day. You can see the plate tectonics right here. Boom. We got a 5.7. We got earthquakes going on. Okay, this is what we did. We have a South Atlantic anomaly. We have a Helmholtz coil. They're all over the place right here. They are. A Helmholtz coil cancels the Earth's magnetic field. Okay, it does. We have China. China says they launched their stable magnetic field more than 1,000,000 times stronger than the Earth. Let's listen to this. China says they have launched their stable magnetic field more than 1,000,000 times stronger than the Earth. The Earth's magnetic field is weakening. It's not even 1 Tesla. They got a magnetic field. They have created it more than 1,000,000 times stronger than the Earth. You can see it right here. Look down here in China. Since 1999, although the record for a steady magnetic field of 45 Tesla has been held by the National High Magnet Field Laboratory, the MAG Lab, the MAGA. Scientists in China, they broke it. So look at this, the High Magnetic Field Laboratory in Florida, right here. We didn't even know they had one. They have a National High Magnetic Field Laboratory, the world's largest and highest powered magnet lab in the world, funded by the National Science Foundation and the state of Florida. Each year, more than 2,000 scientists come from across the globe to use our facilities at Florida State, University of Florida, and the Los Alamos National Laboratory to probe the fundamental questions about materials, energy, and life. Now, if you notice, we did not even mention CERN in here at all, because compared to CERN, these are much bigger than CERN. They're much bigger than CERN. Okay, this right here, this very thing right here is much bigger than CERN. Much bigger. Of course, we can go to CERN really fast. CERN. We can go to CERN. We can see the picture of CERN. The European Center for Nuclear Research, known as CERN, is an intergovernmental organization that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, established in 1954, based in the northwestern suburb of Geneva. Okay, in Geneva, but China. Okay, they have usurped CERN. And this place in Florida, literally. And you have a Fermi lab. There's also a Fermi lab in Illinois. Let's go to the Fermi lab in Illinois. Fermi lab in Illinois. We got it right here. The Fermi lab, Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, located outside Batavia, Illinois, near Chicago, is the United States Department of Energy National Laboratory, specializing in high energy particle physics. Okay, so we got it all, you all. So we got to talk about the pole reversal, and this is more of a scientific video. This ain't talking, we didn't get into, how you're going to survive this pole reversal, pole flips, and when's it going to come? It's none of that. So, yeah, that's right. The scale of, you all. So in order to use one of those helmet coils, you have to redirect the magnetic field, and they can create an opening in it. And once you got an opening in the magnetic field, really, once you got an opening in the Earth's magnetic field, the Norway spiral and all that kind of stuff that we had seen, really. And then, we got this right here. Wow, you want to do a ceremony like that, CERN? That is just so, my gosh, you all look at this, 1,000 eyes. Why you want to do that, CERN? That they did. Okay, they did that in their ceremony. So once you get a weakened magnetic field like that, you're going to have some wild things happening. You are. Some really wild things. What was I getting ready to do? The weakening. Okay, I know who I'm going to look at. You look at this. We got plasma. We got plasma right here. The energy is so charged in the air. It really is. It's all around the world. You can find all of this stuff happening. This ain't just like, it's rain on the lens. No. This is far more greater than any of that, you all. You got some charged particles. We got stuff going on, some serious stuff happening in our world. Extremely serious. And I don't got time for these people. I ain't got much time. We don't got much time, you all, to get out as much information as possible. We do not have much time at all. If you're just tuning in, I would encourage you to watch this video from the very, very beginning, because we have scientific document expectation of the scientific journey that we took live on here to get to the point to where we are. Because if you do not watch it from the beginning to the end, you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of information, an extreme amount of information, you all. You really are. So we know that right here, this Kraken. The Kraken joins Cthulhu, according to mythology, and who is in the South Pacific? Boom. The rumor is that one day Cthulhu will rise. He'll rise from his city of R'lyeh. He'll rise. But something's going to have to happen. And okay, let's talk about that. I'm on here. Something's got to happen with Cthulhu. So did you know that when the ISS is decommissioned, it will be decommissioned. They extended it by 1 year. The International Space Station will be decommissioned. And on January, was it January of 2025? Was it then? And it will fall directly at Point Nemo, which is the fabled city in the Atlantic or the Pacific of R'lyeh, of Cthulhu. It will be dropped right down in there, precisely in that area. And there's a video on this that we did, that impact of such a thing falling down in that area of the ocean. It would be equivalent to so many tons of, like, kinetic like energy and stuff. So I'm going to go. I really do appreciate you all coming on here and listening. I do. And I like doing what I'm doing. I love it. I really do. And I love researching, and I love that you all can, comment with one another and share, even the smallest things about your day, and, share your thoughts. This is important, what's going on. We got powerful magnets all around the world, and we got a destabilization. I've left out planet Nibiru, but I just focused on this because, they say that's part of it too, a planetary system coming in. But we see these big magnets on the Earth. We do. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Gina Honey's going to go. Yes, I am going to go, you all. I am. Thank you all so much. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. I hope to see you all later. I really do. Love you, and thank you, moderators, for everything that you do, you all. So if you are of a scientific mind, we have went through many various scientific places contained on this World Wide Web. We have. And it's all real. It's happening. It's all real. Yeah.